Should we bring up the next guest?
I think you should, yeah. It'd be kind of silly just me sitting here by myself.
All right, well, without any further ado, let's welcome the one and only Bob Saget! All right, and rounding out our panel, last but certainly not least, he is Stamos!
Hello, everybody! Hey, can I just say this is the first time we've done this, and we just had the best day. Everybody's been so sweet and so cool, and I really appreciate you all coming today. And over there, hi, Bob.
Hi, John.
But I didn't know what to expect, but everybody's been just so sweet.
Yeah, a lot more love than I expected.
Really loving, really good people.
And dignified, nice people.
Everybody's been great except for you guys. Actually, I'm kidding. I love these guys. These are like my brother.
Don't touch me.
We've known. Not it now. I just did. I met Bob when I was 18 years old.
That's what I
in
told the
Detroit.
judge.
You guys live together in a single studio apartment, right?
Absolutely.
One bed?
Yeah.
No, seven beds. But we did have a single small apartment. And then I knew Dave when he was 18.
18.
And I was 23 or something. And then Dave and John were doing this show, and I got fired from another show. And
We did it with another guy. What was his name? John Posey.
that makes me feel bad, but yes.
Well, and then his son was the guy on the vampire show, Posey. Is there a Posey on there? Tyler, that's right.
You guys know everything. That's what I love.
No, they're also so smart.
You know way more about us than we know about ourselves.
His son played J-Lo's son in Made in America, the young man, John Posey's son.
That's who we're talking about, Tyler.
I know, that's what I was saying. They said the name, but I was saying that he was also in Made in
Good
America.
night, everybody. Thank you.
I gotta go. I'm needed at the home.
We're going to keep it clean today, huh, Bob?
I'm very clean. Very good Danny Tanner. I'm always clean.
Well, if it's okay with you guys, since this is a Q&A, we are going to take some questions from the audience. If you guys can patiently line up, one question per person, and if you can ask a question, all three of these gentlemen can answer. And while you guys are lining up, I guess I'll do the first question.
You can't ask us where do babies come from. I will not answer that.
That was my first, okay.
Okay.
I'll go to my second question then. So, obviously, over all the seasons of Full House and Fuller House, there's been a lot of life lessons and teachable moments. But what would you guys say has been the biggest life lesson or takeaway that you guys learned throughout the series?
Always wear clean underwear. I think that's.
Well, you never have, but that's not your fault. I actually have an answer, which is what did you want to say? I'm sorry.
Well, I think Full House is a real testament to family and family values, and so many people have told us over the years that they don't make a whole lot of shows anymore for your entire family to watch. And
Big shot, Disney Plus. Big shot.
Disney Plus is amazing. It's actually one of my favorites.
And so that's one of the things that we hear often is that, we watched this show when we were kids, and now our kids watch it all these years later. So I think we're really proud of the fact that it's a show that, has become multi-generational.
I was just going to say, along the same vein, a lot of people that came up to us today thanked us for what we did for your childhood, and then thanked us for what your children are just discovering. And John will address that.
You make us sound so old. I say there's a new Full House fan born every 4 years. It's when we were doing it, we had no idea. I mean, we didn't think we were here.
Zero idea.
30 years later, and we've all been through different things throughout our life, and throughout the last 30 years, between shows. And, but we always stayed best friends, and we've been there for each other when our mothers all passed away, and good times, and weddings, and divorces, and babies.
I had a wedding and a divorce in the same event.
Not here.
No, not here. was right on the stage. Dave was a bridesmaid.
But we are just, you know, and for me personally, I was like, you know, enough of Full House, I'm tired of, you know. And then I realized what Dave and Bob were talking about, that it means so much to so many people. And I was like, you know what, I'm just going to embrace it and be grateful for it, which I am very much. And then we decided to do Fuller House. We got together and said, let's do this again because we missed each other, we loved each other so much. And I think people wanted to see more of these hijinks. And anyway, I'm just so grateful to be here, and I'm grateful to all of you for being so kind to us for so many years.
And in 20 years, we're going to do Fullest House, where we're all,
But you know that my joke.
walkers.
No, my joke is it's just in me in an urn by a window. That's all.
Danny looks great in this light, doesn't he?
He's a little ashy. He looks like ashy.
Yeah, we call him Ernie.
I'm a dad now, I gotta do dad jokes.
I do want to also say the thing that a lot of people related to, and that's why the show hasn't gone off the air. John always tells me this stuff. It's never gone off the air since it premiered. And it's because of the love. And yes, morality lessons, family lessons, comedy, a lot of fun comedy, like the cement truck banged through the window and we were using a dustpan. What were you doing during that?
I don't know, I can't
You were doing
remember.
something funny and stupid, but
Yeah.
it was fun.
I was listening to music at the kitchen table.
And with the headphones, you didn't know what was going on.
I was, yeah. And then we reprised that same scene on Fuller House, and I actually directed that episode where the car crashes through the
But that's different than the cement.
in the cement truck. But I just wanted to work that in there, that I directed an episode.
Dave was a great director.
Dave was a great director.
How many did you do, Dave?
I ended up directing 6 of the episodes.
Yeah, did a great job.
Thank you.
You did, and they're really good if you watch them in reverse. Because the family
I think
unhugged.
somebody had a question, I'm not sure. But
Come on in. Yeah,
I
question.
just wanted to say one more thing that
Go
I
ahead.
forgot to say, which was just that the love that the show had is because of how much we love each other. And
We really do.
that filtered through to all of the kids. And that's the truth. Am I wrong?
Nope.
Short answers are my favorite.
All right, guys, so we are going to take some questions. No requests, you can't ask for hugs right now.
Oh.
No, as much as you want to. All right, we're going to start right over here. What's your question?
Oh, well, good to see you guys.
Thank you.
And of course,
What's your name?
oh, my name is David Coulier Wint, or just, you know, David Wint, because...
What's your cell number?
Well, you wouldn't want to know that, though. But anyway, my question for all three of you guys, Bob first and then the other two.
Thanks for You understand.
Talk the longest.
I can't help it. I was born that
Bob
way.
and the other two.
Danny Tanner was a true acting role.
In your personal opinion, guys, what do you think was your favorite episode of Full House? In other words, what did you like the best and why? Bob first.
That's a hard question for me.
Can I run to the store while he's answering this?
I'll be at Universal.
Yeah, I'll
In LA.
John and I have got some stuff to do.
I'm gonna carpet the stage.
Well, that's all the time we have.
I guess the Thanksgiving episode, one of them, there was one where I don't know why, but I couldn't say grace, and I kept giggling, and then they finally gave it to John, and he did a good grace. That was a lot of heart.
The old show? The Full House?
Yeah, the old shows. You meant the older shows, right?
Yeah, just the original Full House.
Right, because it had that and a couple Christmas shows had a real good family spirit, because those holidays bring that out.
But these guys goofed off a lot, and we would get in trouble, or you guys would get in the most trouble.
I got in trouble, but I didn't do what they claimed. I just drew a couple pictures.
Oh, he was a good artist of it. But we would get into laughing jacks so hard that we would get in trouble. And then, right? We would laugh so hard.
We laughed so hard, and the kids weren't around for it when they were kids. but then we would do it separately, but they saw us laughing, so they would come over to see what we're laughing at, and then we had to stop, but we couldn't stop laughing, so I don't understand.
Bob and I could not, we never finished one scene, and the line was, I looked at Bob, Joey looks at Danny, and he says, Jesse ran away from home. We never got that line once because we got a case of the giggles and we couldn't stop laughing.
Dave read a note that was from Jesse, and Jesse says, "You played Jesse." Dave read a note and said,
We have to remind each other.
What did his note say? I can't be here anymore. I can't do this.
Something like that.
But he said that off screen too. We were stupid, and then you read the whole thing, and I'm supposed to look into his face, this face, and say, Jesse ran away from home? How do you say that? I couldn't do it.
You just did it. You just said it.
Yeah. Now I can do it. It's 30 years later.
30 years.
Can you, you're signing. I just want to say one word. I just want to see what it looks like signing. Poop.
It's a gravitation.
How about cut it out? How does that work? Is it same? See?
Same.
I love the Disney World episode. We went to Disney World.
Yeah.
Learned how to dive. We were under the water for a while, right?
Yeah, we took diving lessons. I took diving lessons. Yeah.
You're staring at me like you're in love with me.
Well, the thing is, I'd like to change my answer to the Disney World episode.
And we got to play music there. That was a good one.
Is it my turn?
Yes.
I was just kind of enjoying watching those guys speak, you know, so I was relaxing over here. Probably the hockey episode, Stonewall. But it was because I got to play hockey, something that I love to do in my real life, and a bunch of guys that I played senior hockey with in LA, I got them hired to be extras and skate around on the ice, and we had a great time. Putting that episode together. Either that or the episode where the cement truck backs into the kitchen, because I remember laughing about that a lot.
I saw a meme of that today. Did you? I think I sent it to you. It's like you were Pete, and you were supposed to be like.
Yeah, you did send me that.
Like 20, and I was like this. And that was like.
Yeah.
What was it?
COVID.
Well, I know. But it had something to do with COVID, right?
I remember using a dustpan and a broom to try to clean up like 2 feet of cement.
Wait, hold on. I just have to see this again.
What?
Poop.
Come on. There's so
I
many.
had no idea.
Just don't take it further.
Oh. See, 2021 plans was Dave, all like, so where's the... he's all calm, and then I'm the Delta variant. I'm like, okay, well, we've made it.
Well, thanks a lot, gentlemen.
Thank you, David. Bob. Bob,
what
you have your
happened?
number for Bob?
Did you quit
What
because
happened?
Bob.
Did I say poop?
Yeah.
I said poop too much? Did you have like a 2 poop in your contract or something? I feel so
No, I think it reminded her that she's pooped. She's tired.
Why don't you ask the new one, P?
I've never seen a person that signs actually quit mid-sign.
Signing.
That's universal, and there's children here. And that's for me. I know better.
I learned a lot today. All right, are we ready for the next question? Actually, John, we're going to go over to this side.
Hi.
What's your name?
Hi, my name is Amanda, and
That's Bob's real name.
oh, really? Great minds think alike. So I just wanted to say, because Kit Cadet has such awesome tattoos, if there's been any really cool like Full House tattoos that you guys have seen, or like any kind of.
There's a lady.
I'll show you Bob's face. Hold on.
It's not a tattoo, it's more of an imprint. How about that kid thing?
And Bob is saying one letter.
It actually, I can't say this, go ahead.
We've seen them online, right?
There's one lady who has our signatures all over, and
Okay.
she has yours, and she has yours, and she said I was playing a stand-up date somewhere, and she said I don't have yours yet, but I got John's. I got Bob's, and
That was a B, and then nothing, and then another B.
that's terrible. This is.
I didn't say that.
She's gonna quit now.
Where are we gonna get a third signer?
All right, thank you for your question.
Thank you guys very much.
Well, we had one more answer, which was both John's face and my face have been tattooed on people's behinds and on their arms, and that's John sees them often, and not the behinds, but the pictures, and they send them to me also, which is scary.
This is turning into Outhouse.
It's the first time of a Q&A where I go, no, wait, come back. And then the person that asked the question runs.
Talk to us, Ray, talk to us.
All right, I hate this. We don't have so much time, so we're going to try to get through your question. What's your name?
Hi, my name is Dan Powers from Orlando. I'm here with my two children, Mia and Malachi. Huge fans of your show and the new show. I just was hoping to see if you guys could talk about how this show, and even with as far as Full House, and then also with Fuller House, how that's kind of impacted the before and after of your careers when it comes to your opportunities.
You mean they're done after this? They're done. I didn't know.
No, but I was hoping you guys could kind of talk a little bit about how that's impacted, even positively and negatively, into like the opportunities that came forward.
Like I said, it wasn't sort of, when we ended it, it was a double-edged sword in the sense that it made it so popular, and for me personally, I got to, travel around the world, take my family, and I got to highlight my favorite band, the Beach Boys, on there, and it was great, but, it was also sort of hard to, break out of that mold. But like I said, after a while, I just stopped trying. I did, we've all done, a decent amount of work throughout the years. Bob and I have done some, theater. I remember I was doing a show in New York on Broadway with James Earl Jones. It was a 3-hour Gore Vidal show, and rave reviews. And, I'm working with James Earl Jones, one of the greatest living actors. And Angela Lansbury was in it. Beautiful show, very, very powerful. And I went outside. I finally said, I made it as an actor. I went outside to sign on. I goes, Uncle Jesse, say have mercy. Forget it. I don't care. But look, we wouldn't be here obviously without those shows. So I'm grateful.
I think we're all incredibly grateful, and it's really because of you. All of you, that you've supported us. Really, we love you so much, and we talk about how great our fans are all the time. And a show can't be successful without great fans. And wow, you guys have supported us for all these years, and that there couldn't have been a Fuller House. First of all, John, our hats are off to John, because John really. There wouldn't be a Fuller House if it wasn't for John, because John produced that, and pretty much, he would tell me, he would call me up and he'd say, hey, this Fuller House thing's going to happen. And I go, okay, call me. I'll be on a golf course somewhere. And then he'd call back and he'd go, no, it's really going to happen. I'll go, okay, I'll be playing hockey today, call me.
It took a long time.
But it took a long time.
We went to this, by the way, this is a thing. We pitched it for like a year. Everybody said no except for Netflix. Do you know that?
Yeah.
And he tried for 5 years. Every 5 years. It took 20 years later, but he did not stop. Ian and Jeff Frank and Bob Saget.
But for me, I always wanted to direct, and Fuller House really gave me that opportunity to become a television director. And all the biggest episodes, for some reason, would end up, I would be the director on the schedule. The first show I did was the Christmas show, and we had 15 cast members for that show. I had a dog, I had a rabbit, and the final scene of the show culminates with the dog giving the rabbit a carrot. So I had all these things. I had stunts, I had dancers, I had to choreograph, and that was the first episode. So it seemed like all those big episodes kind of ended up on my plate, but it was a great challenge for me. And Fuller House really...
You did a great job, and it was tough to take direction from a guy who goes, hey, holy cool.
But I'm forever grateful that the show, allowed me to wear a completely different hat. And I'm very grateful for that.
There's also something to be said about, people call them fans, and I would always watch things where stars would go, I want to thank my fans when they accept an award. And years ago, I'm in the middle of you. Do you have any beef stew?
Yeah, I got some back here.
But what I was going to say was saying, do you have anything I can eat? Yeah, candy bar. Was that...
Thank you, Dave.
What I was going to say is that, can I have water?
Do we have any more questions?
Well, I was going to say, full? Was the camera full?
Must be full.
Wow, that's bad. That never happens in real life. Was that it's not fans really, it's a relationship with people. And when it's on for 35 years ago till now, that's
Talk faster, Bob, we're losing people.
it's a real relationship. They have to go to the bathroom.
Oh, okay.
It's just it's an honor, and that means a great deal to all of us, everybody.
I'm getting to wrap it up, unfortunately. So you
No, I thought we had an hour.
Wait, we're just starting.
I know. They have to get you back to your table. Do you
What's
want to do
up?
another?
Can we talk some more?
You want to do a rapid fire one?
Yeah,
Sure.
All right. Pressure's on. What's your name?
Hello, my name is Lina.
Thank you. Next. Sorry.
First of all, thank you guys for being here with this pandemic and not canceling.
There was no rapid fire.
Okay, then.
Please continue.
Alright. So are you guys in real life like you are in the show? Like, John, are you as anal with your hair like you are?
Yes, he is.
Oh, are you a clean freak?
No.
Yes, I am. At home.
I mean, he is.
I mean, since quarantine and all this stuff happened, I used Purell constantly as makeup remover. I am a clean freak. I have been, yes. And I am a hugger. I kind of introduced it to the character.
Oh my. Then, are you you? Just you?
Did you ask about it? Are you?
Yeah, he's him.
Am I? Oh,
Yeah, I'm me.
Oh, yes, Joey is.
You bet.
He kind of is.
Thank you.
I guess that was the question.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
What do you have?
John, if you're pointing.
Thank you. Did we answer anything you asked?
Yes.
This is going to have to be the last question. I totally apologize.
I thought we had an hour. I was going to sing.
Yeah.
Are you going to do the teddy bear song?
I was going to tell you there's only good splits.
One more question and then teddy bear song. What's your name?
I'm Jaden. Hi.
Hi.
What is like your favorite memory that was so stupid it ended up being extremely funny?
This moment right here.
In the show, we came out one time, didn't we come out with our pants down or something?
Yes, we did. We got in trouble by the moms.
We had boxers on, it was set up, and we were filming it, but they were running behind on kid time, because you have a certain amount of time with child actors.
Can I say too, I was going to say earlier, I'm sorry, but you know, the show, what I think we were ahead of the time because we were an unconventional family. We were not a mother, a father, and we were sort of early on, and I think it kind of made it okay to be a single parent or, a same-sex parents or just a different looking household than what you think a perfect family would look like, and we're proud of that too.
Go ahead.
I'm just going to say, in Disney movies, there's often a single parent. There's not a mom, there's not a dad. It happens a lot, there's not a mom. And people came up to me when I bought my whole career. It's a sweet thing I'm going to say, Dave.
A hand to hold on.
All I'm getting at is that people come up and say, I lost my mom. And watching it with my dad or my siblings helped us to have conversations after it. And that's valuable from the show for a lot of people. That's the heart of the show.
We had a press conference early on in the show, and the character of Pam died, right? And somebody out in the audience, there was a press thing, and he said, how did Pam die? And then what, go ahead.
Well, it was, of course, me that cancer. They said, how did the mom pass away? And our executive producer said, cancer. At the same time, I said, a car accident. And then I said, well, she had cancer in the car. And it's a gallows humor, but having had a lot of death in all of our families, that's how we dealt with it, which is to make humor about it. That's what that joke is. Not in good taste at all, but it did make some of the press laugh.
I think that moment we all sat around, was it your backyard, Dave? We were talking, I think was it your mother just passed away, Dave?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
And then...
Yeah, and you guys came over to my house.
And then we went to visit Bob's mother. We shouldn't end this on a sour.
No, but that's how close we are. We're brothers. So we just are. And you find out who your brothers are. Sometimes it's not people you were related to genetically. But when my mom was leaving, I told her that John and Dave were coming over. And this was in hospice. And I loved my mom so much, and they did too. And she loved them like they were my brothers. And Dave has I'm going to say it, I don't care. He has a problem with gas. He has a problem.
I don't have a problem. It comes out.
He's gonna quit.
He's in my mother's...
No problem here.
He's in my mother's... I don't know how you're signing this. He's in my mother's hospice room, and Dave lets one go by an oxygen tank. And I said, Dave, you're going to kill us all. That's an oxygen. And my mother said, oh, let him be, Dave. And then John, before he came over, she put makeup on. And I said, you're not going to mess around with him. He's just coming to be with you.
You never know.
That would have been her dream.
It's nice to end on a nice emotional note, because that's what our show was, and that's what we feel about you. So God bless you all for supporting us over the years.
Thank you. Lots of love and help,